as their homeland, occupied by the Nazis. And somewhere down there is their target, Reinhard Heydrich, the Butcher of Prague.
Reinhard Heydrich. Bro, what is that? What? Feared. That's what the video is called, okay? It's called The Only Nazi Hitler Ever Feared. And it's by Fern. Let me see this. It's gonna be a little documentary type stuff, bro, but let me see.
Two soldiers are on an important mission. Above them, the roar of the plane fades.
So can you imagine if you just start like, chat, can you imagine if you start falling, bro, and you don't have your parachute? That's tough. That's tough if you don't have your parachute, bro. You start falling, you don't have your parachute, you just fall on the ground.
Above them, the roar of the plane fades. Below them lies their homeland, occupied by the Nazis. And somewhere down there is their target, Reinhard Heydrich, the Butcher of Prague.
Reinhard Heydrich. Bro, what is that? What does that sound? It sounds familiar, bro. Heydrich. Whatever it is. Heydrich, bro. And who, bro? Like, oh, he's a Nazi. I remember him.
One of the key architects of the Holocaust. Hitler calls him the man with the iron heart.
Gosh, bro. Hitler was just the worst, bro. Look, chat, chat. No. I hate history class, okay? I so hate history, bro. But, like, bro, I did not like Hitler, bro. I hated Hitler, bro, honestly. Like, I hated Hitler so much, bro. But hey, we're not into flipping, what's it called, flipping history class.
Responsible for more than 1.5 million deaths.
1 million deaths, bro. Imagine being responsible for 1 million deaths, chat. Imagine being responsible for that type of stuff. Like, come on, dude.
And he doesn't have the
like I can't even say anything.
Faintest idea they're coming for him.
Fern.
Warning. This video includes descriptions of suicide and mass murder committed under the Nazi regime. Our coverage is largely based on these two books. This is a photo of Reinhard Heydrich and his wife Lena. It was taken in May 1942 at the Wallenstein Palais in Prague, where they attended a concert. Reinhard Heydrich loves music. He's the son of a singer and composer. But
you can tell that this man was... Tell that this man was committed, bro. This man was, like, absolutely committed to just Hitler, bro.
Despite
this dude was committed.
Showing musical talent as a child, he chose a very different path for himself. After graduating from school, he joined the Reichsmarine, the German Navy. Heydrich is tall, blonde, and athletic. He looks like
tall, blonde, and athletic, bro. He's gonna pull some short you kids some hamstrings on Hitler, bro. He's just gonna pull them taijutsu moves. Just watch.
Like he walked straight out of a Nazi propaganda poster. But this picture-perfect facade is deceptive.
You see that poster?
Out of a Nazi propaganda.
Yo, why does his belly stick out with his arms, bro? Like this man probably don't even have any abs.
The poster. But this picture-perfect facade is deceptive. He speaks with a strangely thin, high-pitched voice. He's said to have been haunted by deep insecurity and self-hatred. In school, and also in the Navy, people mock him. Rumors spread that he has Jewish roots.
Yo, chat, I'll be back real quick. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds, okay? Like 2 seconds, bro.
In a Germany turning toward Nazism, it's a nickname he despises. In December 1930, he meets Lena von Osten at a dance in Kiel. After just 4 dates, they get engaged. It's said that he was drawn to her Nordic looks, maybe hoping they'd silence those rumors about him having Jewish ancestry. But then scandal strikes the newly engaged couple. Heydrich is brought before a naval court of honor. A former girlfriend accuses him of breaking a promise to marry her. He's discharged from the Navy, a humiliating fall from grace. But unfortunately, it's not the end of his career. A few months later, a family friend introduces him to Heinrich Himmler. Heydrich joins the Nazi...
Wait, Himmler? Oh, okay. Why did I dead thought... Why did I dead think it was Hitler, bro?
Nazi Party and the SS. And from there, his rise is meteoric. In just a few years, Heydrich becomes one of the most powerful men in Nazi Germany. He's made chief of the Reich Security Main Office, the SS and police agency. In 1938, he orchestrates Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass. Across Germany, synagogues burn, Jewish businesses are ransacked, and thousands of people are arrested, beaten, or killed. In July 1941, Heydrich is tasked with planning what the Nazis call the final solution to the Jewish question, the blueprint for the systematic mass murder of Europe's Jews. Heydrich is the boss of Adolf Eichmann, another key Holocaust architect we covered in this video. A few months later, in autumn 1941, Heydrich receives a significant promotion. He's sent to Prague as Deputy Reich Protector of Bohemia and Moravia. Nazi Germany occupied the Czech lands in 1939, and the Reich Protector, Konstantin von Neurath, governs the territory. But von Neurath is considered too lax, so Heydrich becomes the de facto governor.
Oh my god, this is so boring. Child, why did I react to this video, bro? I promise you. I literally just pulled this out of my own butt, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I dead pulled this out of my own butt. I had nothing to react to. This is like a crazy documentary. I don't even care about documentaries, bro. Oh my gosh, I pulled this out of my butt, chat.
He definitely isn't too lax. Hitler has sent the man with the iron heart.
God, Hitler, but why does he wear that garbage mustache?
Heydrich orders mass arrests, executions, and deportations. Thousands of Czechs are sent to concentration camps. His reign of terror earns him a title that history will never forget: the Butcher of Prague. To the outside world, it appears Heydrich has crushed the Czech resistance, but in the shadows, a plan to assassinate him is in motion.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Every time you see God, I'm like, stubborn, bad. But look, every time you see one of these documentaries, chat, I'm telling you, it's like, bro, it's like flipping, it's always someone getting assassinated, bro. I don't know what it is. Like, everybody getting assassinated, bro. Like, honestly.
While Heydrich makes himself comfortable,
Like, it's a common thing that you always be seeing in the in these documentaries. Oh, somebody got assassinated. Like, it's always someone getting assassinated, game.
With his family in his castle near Prague, hundreds of kilometers away, two soldiers are training to kill him. The Czech government is in exile. Its leaders are in London. Czech military intelligence is cooperating with the British Special Operations Executive. Together, they plan a top-secret mission to assassinate Heydrich. Operation Anthropoid.
The flip is an anthropoid, bro. And these complicated words. What the flip is an anthropoid, bro? What even is an anthropoid?
Enter Jan Kubiš and Josef Gabčík. Meeting in Poland in 1939, they eventually join the French Foreign Legion, the only way to fight back. In the ranks of the Legion, they become good friends. After the fall of France, Czech forces are moved to Britain. In the autumn of 1941, Gabčík is chosen for Operation Anthropoid. When his partner suffers an injury during training, Gabčík insists that Kubiš be the one to replace him. Both men are proud soldiers who had watched their homeland fall to the Nazis without a fight. Now they're determined to strike back, no matter what the cost. Together, they prepare for one of the most dangerous missions of the war: to strike at the heart of the Nazi regime. 3D
Go and kill him!
scenes like these are made by
I'ma kill him, man. That's what they say.
humans. Greetings from our team. But to keep things running behind the scenes, we rely on partners like our long-term sponsor, Udu.
Oh my god, you really want to put a sponsor in this? I don't care about no Udu, Voodoo, Kudu, whatever.
In the early hours of December 29, 1941, a British Halifax bomber drops its deadly cargo, Gabčík and Kubiš. But heavy snow blinds the crew, making navigation nearly impossible. So they accidentally drop Gabčík and Kubiš at the wrong location. Instead of landing east of Pilsen, they end up east of Prague. As they approach the ground, Gabčík misjudges the height and injures his left foot. Now they have no idea where they are. It's night, and it's cold. The two soldiers bury their parachutes in the snow and take shelter in the abandoned tunnels of an old stone quarry. Their landing hasn't gone unnoticed. During the night, a local gamekeeper heard the plane, climbed onto the roof of his house, and saw two parachutes heading toward him. The next morning, he finds the buried parachutes and follows a trail of footprints in the snow.
Oh my gosh. This man was a crazy detective, bro. Like, jeez. You have to go there and just bury the snow just to like flipping. I don't even know. Just to flipping crack them.
It doesn't take him long to find Gabčík and Kubiš and confront them. The young men pretend to be surveyors, but their cover story quickly falls apart, and they reluctantly admit the truth. Luckily, the gamekeeper wants to help them. They're stunned to find out they've landed 20 miles from Prague, far from their contacts. Gabčík is injured, and the mission already looks doomed. But then, fate intervenes. A local miller, who also heard the plane that night, tracks them down. He's a member of Sokol, a banned Czech nationalist group, and offers to connect them with the underground network in Prague. It violates the strictest rules of their mission: no contact with the local resistance until their mission is over. But they're desperate. They have no choice but to accept help. Over the next few months, they're sheltered by a network of brave families.
What is that? What are they even eating? A peanut butter sandwich and apples, bro? Or is that just like plain bread and apples? Child, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is low-key plain bread and apples and water. No, the pot. The pot. The pot is back here, so it's probably gonna be some tea, bro. How are they even wearing business suits, bro? Isn't it supposed to be during a war? You don't be wearing no business suits in a war. This ain't no war. Get out of here, bro.
Ordinary people risking everything to feed and hide them. Reinhard Heydrich is busy organizing the infamous Wannsee Conference, a meeting called to streamline the mass murder of Jews. He doesn't realize that all the while, two men are observing him, learning his habits, noting every route and ritual. They even have inside help from people working in his castle. They sketch out several ideas for how to take him out. An attack at his castle or his estate isn't an option. The SS guards them too closely. But they see another opening. Heydrich always travels without guards, accompanied only by his chauffeur. It's the one time he's exposed. So they decide to strike while he's on the road. They consider stretching a wire across the street to force his car to slow down, but time is running out. They hear rumors that Heydrich might leave Prague soon. The pressure mounts, and they need to move quickly. May 26, 1942. In a magnificent concert hall, Heydrich and his wife enjoy compositions by his father, Bruno. Not far away, two men finish their final checks. Tomorrow, they'll attempt to kill the Butcher of Prague. Gabčík is armed with a British Sten gun. Kubiš holds the explosives.
Oh my god, a grenade? Are you bugging? Are you bugging out right now, bro? A grenade? You're gonna throw it there, you're gonna blow up everybody. You're not gonna kill that person specifically. You're gonna blow up everybody in the entire field, and everyone's gonna notice. If you're gonna assassinate somebody, do it quietly, not out loud with the grenade. Are you dumb?
They pack two
This man was stupid, bro.
briefcases. One contains the disassembled Sten gun, while the other holds two bombs. To an observer, the briefcases look ordinary. The weapons are hidden beneath layers of fresh grass. It's the perfect cover. With wartime food shortages, many locals keep rabbits, so carrying grass for feed is a common sight. The next morning, Reinhard Heydrich's day begins peacefully. It's a fresh spring morning. He finishes breakfast and plays with his 3 children. His wife is pregnant with a 4th. At around 10 o'clock, he leaves the safety of his castle with his chauffeur. On a narrow street in the Liebane district on the outskirts of Prague, Gabčík waits. Kubiš is positioned here.
Wait, they're doing this they're doing this at 10 o'clock? How are you doing this at 10 o'clock in the day? Bro, if it's at 10 o'clock in the day, anybody can see you. This ain't no assassination. You should have done this at nighttime when everybody's at home doing nothing. Okay, first things first, you bought a grenade. And the second thing second, you want to do that you want to do this at 10 o'clock in the morning? Does that make sense, chat? Like, it doesn't even make sense at all.
Just a few meters away. Both have stood here for over an hour. Tense, silent, ready. Then, finally, Heydrich's Mercedes-Benz pulls up. Not yet. Not yet. Now, Gabčík steps forward, throws off his raincoat, raises the Sten, and pulls the trigger. But nothing happens. Months of
Sabotage within a sabotage?
training for this one moment, and the gun jams. Maybe grass clogged the mechanism. The Sten had a reputation for jamming easily. Or maybe it's just bad luck. We'll never know. Heydrich thinks there's only one attacker, so he yells at his driver
Oh, he's cooked. Oh, he's cooked.
to stop and draws his pistol. Kubiš seizes the moment, but he misjudges his throw.
Yeah, you dummy. Like, come on. Like, what were you trying to do? You should have just grabbed your gun and you know, do your. I can't say it because I don't want to get banned, okay? Chat, I don't want to get banned, okay? I don't want to get banned, so I have to lower myself down a little bit, okay? But look, chat, this man, this plan was already not gonna work. You missed the grenade.
Heydrich survives. Kubiš scrambles onto his bicycle and disappears down the street. Gabčík is chased by Heydrich's driver and flees into a nearby butcher shop. When the driver bursts in, Gabčík finally makes the Sten work, shooting him in the leg and escaping. Both assassins get away, but there's no sense of triumph. The mission failed. They haven't eliminated their target. But Heydrich is critically wounded by the explosion. He's rushed to Belovsa Hospital in a passing delivery truck. And on June 4, 1942, 8 days after the attack, Reinhard Heydrich succumbs to his wounds. Immediately after the assassination, the Gestapo launches a massive manhunt for the attackers. But they have no real leads. Frustrated, the regime demands blood to avenge the death of the deputy Reich protector. The Nazis choose the village of Lidice, which has 5
Village of Ladis. It's not Ladis or Ladis. Bro, this look like rice. Wait. Lid ice. Oh my gosh, chat, I just got it. Look. It's 2 words combined into one. You see? Lid ice. Lid ice. Ice lid. Lid ice. Bro, chat, that's 2 words, bro. I just got that. Oh my gosh.
503 residents for their revenge. They suspect some within the village support the attackers, but there's no real evidence of this.
Im Zuge der Fahndungen nach den Mördern des SS-Obergruppenführers Heydrich wurden einwandfreie Hinweise dafür gefunden, dass die Bevölkerung der Ortschaft Lidice bei Kladno dem in Frage kommenden Täterkreis Unterstützung und Hilfe leistete.
On June 10, 1942, a few hours after midnight, Nazi troops raid the village. They shoot 173 men on the spot. The women are sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp. Children under a year old and those selected for re-education through placement in German families remain alive. All other children are killed at the Chelmno extermination camp.
What? Wow, that's sad, bro. So you just killed them for no reason? Nah, bro, nah.
In Poland. Of the village's former 503 inhabitants, only 143 women and 17 children survived.
Jeez, that's like nearly half of them. Nearly half of them is gone, bro. Wow, bro, wow.
The war. After murdering or deporting the villagers, the Nazis destroy the entire village. The homes, the church, even the cemetery. They film the entire process. By 1943, only this empty field remains. For the Nazis, the destruction of the town is symbolic of their power. Usually, they would try to hide their war crimes, but this time their brutality is on full display. The bloodbath turned into propaganda.
Nachdem die Einwohner dieses Dorfes durch ihre Tätigkeit und durch die Unterstützung der Mörder von SS-Obergruppenführer Heydrich gegen die erlassenen Gesetze schärfstens verstoßen haben, sind die männlichen Erwachsenen erschossen, die Frauen in ein Konzentrationslager überführt und die Kinder einer geeigneten Erziehung zugeführt worden. Die Gebäude des Ortes sind dem Erdboden gleichgemacht und der Name der Gemeinde ist ausgelöscht worden.
But even after burning Lidice to the ground and murdering most of its inhabitants, the Nazis aren't done. They want to find the men behind the attack. So they announce an amnesty. Anyone who comes forward with information will be spared. And there's a reward, 1 million Reichsmarks. One of Gabčík and Kubiš's comrades takes the deal. His name is Karl Čugda. His story is similar to theirs.
Oh my god, I so tapped out, chat. Chat, we have like 3 minutes left until the end of this video. I so tapped out.
He fled to Poland, joined the French Foreign Legion, and trained in Britain for special operations. He was also brought to the Protectorate for a mission. But on June 16, 1942, he decides to collaborate with the Gestapo in Prague. In exchange for a new identity and the cash, he gives them the assassins, and the names of the families sheltering them. One of them is the Moravec family. The Gestapo storms their home. The mother takes her own life with poison, but her son is
Whoa, chill, bro.
taken for interrogation. Using truly unspeakable methods, they break him. He eventually tells them what his mother once told him. If you're ever in serious trouble, go to the church of St. Cyril and Methodius. Inside this Orthodox church, Gabčík and Kubiš have found refuge. Here, in the damp darkness of the crypt, the 2 assassins and 5 other paratroopers wait for orders from London. They know about Lidice. They know that hundreds of innocents have already died in the Nazi reprisals. Crushed by guilt, they consider committing suicide in a public park. They hope that leaving a note claiming responsibility might finally stop the killings. But before they can make their move, it's too late. The Nazis surround the church. Then, all hell breaks loose. 7 men against more than 700 SS and Gestapo troops. When the
Hey, bro. Put a full all-out war.
Nazis can't break through their defenses, they flood the crypt. Kubiš dies from injuries he suffered in the firefight. Then, one by one, the other paratroopers choose death over capture. Some use cyanide, others their last bullets. In the end, both of Heydrich's assassins are dead. Dozens of resistors, entire families, are executed for helping them. Among them, Bishop Gorazd and other members of the Czech Orthodox Church. And the Nazis' revenge doesn't end there. Just days later, they wipe another village, Ležáky, off the map. Every adult in the village is executed. Most children are deported.
So he just goes around and just commits mass murder in front of everybody, bro. Just goes to every single time. We all dead.
And killed, and the village is burned to the ground. Like Lidice, Ležáky simply ceases to exist. After the end of World War II, Nazi official Karl Hermann Frank, who ordered the mass murder in Lidice and Ležáky, was convicted and executed. Karel Chugda had continued to work with the Gestapo until the end of the war. He then attempted to flee, but was captured and sentenced to death. He was executed in Prague on April 29, 1947. Even after her husband's death, Lena Heydrich remained a prominent figure. She didn't return to Germany until 1945. After the country's surrender, her husband's property was seized, confiscated as the assets of a war criminal. She spent the rest of her life defending his legacy, repeatedly denying that her late husband was responsible for any war crimes. In the 1950s, she won several lawsuits against West Germany, securing a substantial widow's pension and regaining her luxurious summer home. Today, a memorial stands at the site of the ambush in Prague. It honors Josef Gabčík, Jan Kubiš, and a third figure, representing the Czech civilian.
Yeah, chat, I'm never watching a documentary again, I swear to you. Yeah, chat, if I ever watch a documentary, bro, I'm literally gonna end stream. I'm never watching a documentary ever single again, no. But I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good, it was pretty neat, it was pretty interesting, that's cool, blah, 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 blah. But chat, I'm never watching a documentary again, bro. I just can't. My head just spins, my head gets bored. I can't, bro. Like, documentaries, I just cannot do, bro. I cannot do documentaries. Documentaries are just, it's like, it's just not fun. It's just not fun to do documentaries.